On July 5, 2020, a Google Drive folder was released by whistleblower Mac and Cheese, dedicated to exposing the actions of YouTuber Jorrun Comedy. After initially denying the claims made by Mac and Cheese just 2 days earlier, the evidence was too loud to ignore, and Jorrun went into damage control mode. The following phone call was recorded on July 5, 2020, when YouTuber Westmost contacted Jorrun Comedy on Skype, after examining the Google Drive. Westmost said he would no longer support or work with Jorrun Comedy, and for Jorrun to never contact him again. Jorrun asked if he could call Westmost and explain his side. This is the first of 5 phone calls from July 6 and July 7, dealing with the Google Drive, the harassment of female TCAP members, and an apology that made waves in the community.
Hello?
Hello?
Hi.
Hey, I'm just trying to understand the need for the call. I thought I made myself pretty clear with everything.
Well, I suck at typing, so I decided I would rather call you so I can let you know where my head's at and how things have progressed.
Well, I just want to start off by saying, when you and I talked on Friday, you made it sound like this was all bullshit and it was nothing, and you know, I'm supporting you and I've supported you from the beginning here. And then when I see this stuff come out, this isn't a troll. You know, Vince called me a troll when I was exposing him for his bullshit. He called me a troll, told everyone beforehand, hey, you're going to hear from this troll, don't believe anything he says. And that's what you did, but you had to have known that some of that, what was being talked about, was accurate. That wasn't bullshit.
I didn't watch the video at all.
Then you need to, because, you know, that's the same shit that Vince would say. I haven't watched the video. Someone put their time and effort into making a video to show some shit that you've done, and then when they're showing receipts, that's a little fucking girl that you're liking these comments with the genie fetish. That's not okay.
I agree. You're absolutely right.
So then when someone's bringing it up and saying this guy has a problem, I saw the comment on Molly's video. That's someone's fucking daughter, and you're talking about her tits. That's not what the video was about. You're a grown man.
You're absolutely right.
What is this community built on, Jorrun?
Trust and a safe place, and
making fun of pedophiles and predators. What is your behavior very much like, Jorrun?
I went way overboard with the Molly videos.
Not just with that. Why did it take you until now? And this is what I was saying the other night. Are you going to get ahead of this? And you're like, it's nothing. This is all made up. This is all bullshit. But now, 2 days later, now when the receipts come out, you want to go and do the after apology. This is what I was saying, the shit that never fucking works. This isn't new information. This is stuff that you knew was out there. You just hoped wouldn't be found, or maybe you had forgotten about, but some of this shit's really recent. You used Tiffany for your own pleasure, and that's not okay. And no matter what excuse you come up with, you know that's not okay.
Okay, let me see where I want to start here. If you just bear with me. So in the last couple of days, I had a great conversation with Mini Syllables, where she started doing kind of a devil's advocate. And I really got to see, she's been awesome. She was nice, but at the same time really helping me see things about my behavior that I wasn't saying. And I'm like, I definitely have to address this stuff. The Tiffany video is down. The one I did after with her in club, the behind the scenes is down. I don't have Tiffany's number. I sent her a long apology on Skype. It's the main way I keep in touch with her. I took down all the comments about Molly, which you were 100% right. I was way, way fucking over the line, and I was out of my goddamn mind. I honestly, and this is the best way I can put it, I honestly thought with the troll, this was just the same person who, I'm not excusing me, and I'm just giving you my mind, just so you know where I'm coming from. When this happened on Twitter, I thought, okay, it's the same person who's been on my streams, trying to get in my head, trying to make me look bad. It probably is Vince, da-da-da. With this Twitter thing, I thought, you know what? In my recent videos, I've been talking about the difference between alpha and beta males. I may have awakened some basement dweller. Again, it's just my thought process. Who's jealous, da-da-da, wants to take me down a peg. I've seen people
Jorrun,
go after people
I want to stop you
than
right there. I want to stop you right there before we go down the Lauren Armstrong rabbit hole up, because this is what this is sounding like to me. Do you believe that any of your behavior is that of an alpha male? Any of the behaviors that you've shown when you're debasing these women, you're using them for your own pleasure, you're going around, and it's not innocent flirting. You're treating these women like objects in a community built around sexual predators. That's not an alpha male. That's Lauren Armstrong with internet access. And that's how you're behaving. And I don't know what it's going to take for you to realize that, but you need to take a step back from all of this shit and really look at who you are from an outside perspective, because you're talking all this shit about Lauren. All your stuff's about Lauren. Dude, you are Lauren as far as everyone's concerned. That's not how you treat people.
Yeah.
You're not coming off like that alpha male pimp. You're coming off like someone with very little experience who is using people, who got in with these people who are kind of well known within the TCAP community, involved them in sketches so that you can fap to it later. That's fucked up. And then when it was brought up to you on Friday, now whether you want to say you thought the troll and the catfish are the same person, or that doesn't matter. It was made very clear, that last message that they sent you, that was made very, very clear to you what you were doing and what you had been doing. And when I asked you about it, you were like, I can't apologize for something I didn't do. You're not just now finding out about this. So you're telling me you didn't have the self-reflection to look at what that person said, look back at the 2 days prior to what you had done and how you had treated this person. You were very demanding of this person from the very beginning, and treated her or him like an object. So when people see that, and you're warning, oh, it's a catfish, it's a troll, and then they see the other things that you've done, it all makes a really clear picture. What that person did was make me the perfect layout to make a receipt video if I need to. And I don't want to have to do that. But that's predatory. What you did was predatory.
I'm trying to arrange my thoughts here.
And taking the videos down 2 days later after the fact, when it was made clear, Jorrun, what you had done, that's not good enough.
Trying to get my thoughts here.
What I want to hear, Jorrun, I want to hear the thoughts that are actually going to make sense, not the excuses, not the other things. I actually want to know what you think and what you're going to do, because you'll be run out of this community, and you know how this community works. You'll be run out of every community you try and join until you do something about this.
Yeah. Trying to decide what I want to say first, because you mentioned quite a few points. If you'll bear with me, I would rather just tell you what was going on through my head, whether or not it's stupid. Just so
Jorrun, if this is going to be a fucking story about deviled eggs or hot dogs, I'm going to lose my shit. I don't want to hear any explanations about anything. You know what you put out there, and you know what you did. What explanation are you going to give me that's going to make me go, makes total sense that you're on a 9-year-old girl's page in a genie costume liking it, after also fantasizing about drawings of genies and all kinds of other genies and just genie. What explanation can you give me, Lauren? What explanation can you give me that's going to make any fucking sense? The time for explanations is over. Now you need to figure out what you're going to do.
Okay. Well, so far, I've apologized to Tiffany. I have taken down the video. I've taken down the stuff on Molly's. I was thinking very, very seriously about doing an apology video. I had already decided.
So you're thinking about it, or you decided? Because those are two different things. You're thinking about doing it, or you decided to do it?
I've made a decision. It's just a matter of exactly what I want the content to be and exactly what the delivery is. It's already in the works.
Well, I mean, when I talked to you about it on Friday, you were talking about making it a joke because you thought it was a joke. But now more stuff is coming out, and it's not a joke now.
Yeah.
Now it's something serious. And the people who had your back yesterday who were going through this whole thing to figure out who this person was who's trolling you, those people aren't going to have your back. Everyone hates being fooled. And when you have these people fighting on your behalf yesterday, trying to figure out who was trolling you, getting videos taken down, they're going to be pissed. And it wouldn't take any of that stuff other than the little fucking girl in the genie costume. Do you just go and search Aladdin and Magic Lamp and you're just jacking off to everything that comes up?
No. No.
You know it looks like that though, right?
I understand. I understand. I absolutely understand. If I talk to you more in depth about the sketch with Tiffany, would that help, or would you rather not even just hear about that?
Yeah. Let me hear about the sketch with Tiffany.
Okay. So the situation with that is, when I started talking to Tiffany, I told her I have 3 sketches. You can pick which one you want to be in.
Mm-hmm.
She said that one.
Okay.
With that sketch, I mean, I hope this doesn't make me sound like an asshole, but it's too late for that. And I say that honestly. It's no sarcasm. I was not, and if you don't believe me, you are very right not to believe me. That was not arousing to me only because my feelings for Tiffany since the beginning have been sisterly.
Jorrun,
that's how it is.
I'm going to stop you right there.
Okay. Okay.
Are you fucking kidding me? You're going to tell me that this person who you didn't know, you still don't know, who you've talked to a minimal amount, who has a very sexy voice, that you didn't at all sexualize her. Tell me that again. I want to hear it again. Tell me the whole thing from the beginning. Tell me the whole thing from the beginning again.
Should I just switch topics?
No, I want to hear the story again. I'd like to hear it again. Everything about the sketch. I'd like to hear it again.
Okay. So I had contacted Tiffany. We started talking on the phone. I said, I have an idea for 3 sketches. And which one would you like to? You have carte blanche. You choose. She's like, okay, I think the genie one is the most interesting.
Which one did you offer first?
None of them had been written, but I said,
which one did you offer first?
Ideas. I listed them off.
Which one? Jorrun, I'm asking a very simple question. When I'm saying which one did you offer first, I'm asking if there was a list, right? Which one was first on the list, Jorrun?
I said, well, the first one I started writing already was the one with the genie.
Okay. So now let's flip this around. Now stop. Because, and the reason why I wanted you to tell me again, because I wanted to see if you catch yourself where you're trying to put it on Tiffany. Well, I gave her 3 options, and that's the one she chose. But I noticed when we talked on Friday, because you keep information out, you offered her 3. The very first one you offered her was the genie one that you had started writing.
Yeah.
Jorrun, if I was offering you 3 sketches and you didn't know me, so you didn't care.
Yeah.
And the first one you would say, I'll just take the first one. So let's not pretend that this is Tiffany's fault or that she's somehow complicit in this. She's completely unwilling.
No, she isn't. Absolutely not. Fuck no, absolutely not.
Why would it be included in the excuse, Jorrun? You want to share the blame with Tiffany. Well, she chose that one. I gave her 3 options.
No.
Jorrun, there would be no other reason to bring that up other than to share blame with Tiffany. She's blameless in this. All she tried to do was help out a new person who no one knew.
Yeah.
Out with their content, and that's what you did to her. And whether you say that's not the case or not, no one is going to believe you.
Yeah.
I mean, your sketch is so close to the sex talk you had with the catfish that it might as well be the same thing. What's the explanation for the little girl?
I do search various genie things on Instagram, and I hit the like button on everything. I have never, and I don't expect you to believe me at this point, I've never pleasured myself to anyone who was an adult. Ever, ever, ever.
Never, ever, ever. Hey, Jorrun, you watch TCAP, obviously. Do you not understand how much this sounds like a conversation that you'd be having with Chris Hansen? I'm being serious. I never would have done this. Yeah, I just liked every... Lauren said that he talked to every girl in the chat room. Every girl he went and said hi to. I fail to see what explanation you can give for anything. I mean, like I said, what needs to be done is a public apology where you need to own it. Because it looks like this person has a lot more shit on you than you're prepared to deal with. They're deep diving. And if you leave anything out, then they're just going to keep coming up with shit. And the fact that you and I talked not 2 nights ago and you made it sound like it was nothing. There was nothing going on. You knew. You knew what you had done to Tiffany, and you still kept that video up. You didn't think it would be connected. You didn't think it would be connected back?
Oh, I'm stupid.
And it really irritates me that when I talk to you about trying to get ahead of this, trying to get something out, because I was on your side. I had your back. You're like, well, should I make it a joke? Is this a fucking joke, Jorrun? Do you think that little girl's parents, if they saw all the genie shit that you're liking and then they saw that you're liking, do you think they would think it was a joke?
No, absolutely
What about
not.
your job? Would they think it was a joke?
No.
Because you know that's how shit goes now. People don't just stop at making you leave YouTube. They find out where you work, they find out where you live, and they make it known. It's predatory. And people try to warn people about predators. That's what my entire channel has become, against my wishes. And then I'm promoting you, and I'm telling people to sub to your channel, and you're preying on women. It's great to have women hit on you and flirt with you on Twitter and like all that other stuff. That's great, dude. But when you're out here doing it to people, you put a fucking timestamp in a video to look at a girl's tits. My 13-year-old wouldn't do that.
Fucking creep and all. I'm a fucking creep.
Did you apologize to her?
Not yet.
No, because you're going to apologize just to the ones that are very clear, the big ones, and then you can leave all the little ones out. But you have a lot of apologizing to do. It's all here. This isn't some minor thing. This is really bad.
Sounds like.
So what's your plan? Not what you thought about doing and now you're doing. I want to know, like, what's your honest, clear plan?
Apology video. And I would like very much your opinion, specific things I should mention and cop to.
Wow. So you want me to co-write your apology video or somehow
co-edit? No.
Jorrun, what do you think you need to apologize for? Jorrun, what do you think? Because you know more than I do. You know shit you've done that maybe hasn't been uncovered yet. What do you need to apologize for? Who do you need to apologize to?
Wes, please. This is humiliating. I want very much to...
Hold on. How humiliating do you think it is for these women? How humiliating do you think it's going to be for Tiffany Lockhart when she once again listens to that video, that genie video? Because I'm sure it's already been downloaded and re-uploaded somewhere else, because that's what they do, Jorrun. You didn't take it down Friday night. You waited 2 days. So what do you think she's going to think when she hears that again, and then she goes back and reads your conversation with the catfish? You think you're going to have Tiffany Lockhart's respect?
No.
And then what about all the women who follow Tiffany Lockhart and who don't believe that predators should be able to be within this community? Because that's what they're going to say. So it's not about what I think you should include in an apology video. What do you feel you need to apologize for? Because it can't be my truth. It needs to be you. You need to come out and tell them, this is what I did. This is what I've been doing, and this is my plan to never be that person again.
Yeah.
And remember that the community has heard a lot of that shit from Lauren Armstrong, too. So if it's something that you're going to talk about and you're not going to, but you might as well just go.
Yeah. I just want to be thorough, and I just wanted to get your opinion on what would make you feel better about me, and at the same time,
it's not about me.
I just feel you have a better clarity. I just feel you have.
It's not about me.
More clarity.
You know what, dude? I've never had to write an apology video for being a predator, personally.
Well, this is a new one for me also.
But it's not the first time you've been a predator, Jorrun. This isn't new for you. I'm seeing things from where there's a girl on a flying genie costume that she made, and you're like, oh, you're in Boston, we should meet. Hey, these people are just trying to show off their art, and you're trying to get pussy.
Yeah. Yeah, I was, absolutely.
That's not a sensitive artist. That's not a guy who values women. That's not an alpha male. That's a basement dweller sitting around trying to get some pussy any way he can by making weird, leery fucking comments about a girl's tits. It upsets me because I promoted you.
Yeah, I can tell.
Because I told people to work with you. But I'm sure
that I let you down.
It's not me that you let down. It's the other people. It's those women that you let down. The women that you've been devaluing. That's who you let down. I'm pissed.
Yeah.
You let them down. And now it affects other creators because now when they want to work with someone, everyone's going to be a little more leery because of Jorrun, who came into the community, had a lot of people back him up and work with him, and then fucked them all over so that he could jack off to Tiffany Lockhart's voice. I mean, even when I brought up the kelp pill video, with all the thumbs down, you're like, well, yeah, I don't see any complaints, though. Are you fucking kidding me? Were the thumbs down not clear enough for you? People didn't like that. That's not what this community is supposed to be about.
Yeah. I'm just coming to grips with my own stupidity.
I don't know why it took you this long. That's the issue.
It did.
You're a grown man.
Naive.
You're a grown man.
Absolutely right.
And I also find it hard to believe this is the first time that this has been an issue, Jorrun. And I think you know what I mean.
Excuse me?
I said, I think you know what I mean. I don't think this is the first time this has been an issue.
I've been sexualizing women way too long. Over-sexualizing them.
Have you been in trouble for it before?
I've been. I'm sorry, you broke up.
Have you been in trouble for it before? Because it's going to come out.
No.
Never. Never once. Never one friendship lost. Never one issue at work. Never anything. Everyone's just been receptive to it up until now.
Oh, no. Women have said they're not interested, and I stop.
I just don't know what would make you start without knowing they were interested in the first place.
I'm a stupid man. I haven't used any kind of self-control.
You treated YouTube like it was a pussy palace. Like you're going to start this channel, and then you were just going to start banging different. I don't know why you would think that. And in all communities to do it, why this one? Mm-hmm. Where there are a lot of women who are damaged, and you were even like, yeah, I read that somewhere before, what I was telling you about. You know, when you were talking about the comment that was written, I've heard something about this before. You know why you heard about it before? Probably because someone was telling it to you. That there are a lot of women in this community, not just women, people who have been victimized by someone in their lifetime. Why do you think people were so big about helping out Betty? Because they knew Betty? No, because Betty symbolized for someone, for everyone that knows who Betty is, she symbolized someone you know who got ripped off, who got fucked over. So being able to help her out felt really, really good. It's the same thing, Jorrun. There are a lot of people in this community who they like making fun of Lorne because it helps them feel better about their own victimization.
Yes.
And then you're coming in here and helping. What else do you have?
I should have just stuck to making videos with better intentions, just to make people laugh, just to make fun of Lauren. I shouldn't have been. The word flirting is not even strong enough to describe what I was doing.
It's borderline sexual assault. I mean,
God. You probably won't believe me. I can't believe you don't, but I have no desire to hurt anyone. I've never had a desire to hurt anyone.
The desire to hurt. So,
that's what
okay, hold on. You get in your car. You drink 7 beers and get in your car.
Yeah.
Run a stoplight and kill a family of 4. Did you have a desire to hurt that family?
No.
But you did it, right?
Then yet I would have. Yeah, absolutely.
But you did it. And
absolutely.
So maybe you had no desire to hurt Molly and Kelp Pill or Tiffany Lockhart or any of the other people, but you did.
Yeah.
Ignorance of what you did is not an excuse.
I agree.
You're a grown man.
Yeah.
Behave like it.
I will.
If you want me to look over your apology video script when you write it, I'll look it over.
That would mean so much to me. That's more than I deserve.
That's the best I can offer you right now.
Dude, that's being incredible. That's really doing me a solid.
But I think no matter what, there should be some sort of a apology made individually to some of these women that you know deserve an apology right now.
I am going to start contacting people.
Starting
with Molly.
And I highly recommend that apology video doesn't drag on. It shouldn't take too long to make because there's stuff being added to this drive, and none of it's good. And you need to get out ahead of this. Like I told you on Friday, get ahead of this.
Yeah. It's going to be released tomorrow. I can probably get the script to you. No, I can't get the script to you tonight. I'm sorry to put you through this, dude, and I'm sorry.
It's not about putting me through anything. It's not about putting me through. That's what you need to understand. It's not about putting me through anything. I'm really good at writing people off. I don't honestly trust people in the beginning. It takes a lot for them to earn that. So it's nothing to me. It's what you did to the other people that I know and care about, and that's fucked up.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to get to the script right away.
Yeah, get it to me as soon as you can.
All right, man, I will.
All right.
Thanks.
Bye.